try to see.
Call me Batman, Daddy Bad Motherfucker.
Nice to meet you, Batman, Daddy Bad Motherfucker. Did I get your name right?
Shit, yeah, you did, you crazy bitch.
I am on it.
Oh, shit. Stupid hoe.
Welcome to the brand new show, Ask a Rapper, where you ask the questions and he gives you answers. Now, please give a big round of applause for your host, E-Tab the Rapper!
My virtual taste buds make me a dubious cook.
What the fuck? Welcome back, boys and girls, to a brand new episode of Ask a Rapper. Okay. Are you ready?
No, put the phone away first.
Welcome back, folks at home, to another episode of Ask a Rapper. I'm your host, E-Tab the Rapper. This is my co-host again, K Dizzy. Give a big round of applause for K Dizzy. That was quiet applause. Alright, so don't forget to leave your questions in the comment section below for the next episode. I do apologize about the long-awaited wait for this episode. I don't know what took so long. The first question comes in from Joy Chester. She writes, E-Tab, been watching from the beginning. This question is for Mikey B, aka Mikey Blades. Do you now own a car that has backup cameras? Because I remember back in the day you were the worst at backing into family vehicles into your own driveway. Or have you at least learned to use your mirrors? I'm glad you asked that, Joy Chester. I promise you that if you stay tuned next week, I will have Mikey B on the show. Special interview by Mikey B.
Oh, that question was for Mikey B. I was like, you owned a car? I was like, when have you ever driven?
Yeah. He will be on the show next week. Joy Chester also writes, E-Tab and K Dizzy, love the show. My question is for K Dizzy. Why the hell haven't you accepted my friend request? You too good for me or what? Like, just cause you have like $2 million hair, you're too good to push a button that says accept.
I smoke a lot of weed and I don't always remember all the people that I meet. So like, send me another one and I'll hit accept, because like honestly, if we've ever met, I was probably really high and I don't remember. It's a medical condition. It's called marijuana memory loss, MML. But I don't remember shit. I don't even remember how we got here. I mean, I just kind of woke up from a marijuana-induced coma like 2 seconds ago. It's a serious condition. I should seriously stop smoking weed, but then I would seriously murder people.
Joy Chester also writes, if you were given one freebie celebrity to sleep with, who would it be and why? Definitely Jennifer Tilly. Oh, her voice. She's like an angel doll from heaven.
One celebrity?
One celebrity freebie. Who would it be and why?
That's a good one, because there's a lot of hot celebrities out there.
See, I figured you would go with Tara Patrick.
I do like Tara Patrick, don't get me wrong. She is a porn star, so I mean, that knitting's probably blown the fuck out. Unless she's let me hit in the ass. I mean, yeah, but she probably wouldn't do her makeup or get into any of that porno stuff for me, so I mean, it would probably be disappointing. I mean, like, that's a good question, though. I mean, like, there's so many girls like Rihanna, Danica Patrick.
Rihanna got a big forehead, man. I can't do it.
You couldn't do it?
Her forehead's way too big.
She had like a 5 head. She got a salute for president like this. Man, any celebrity. Now, who was that girl from the new Clash of the Titans movie?
I've never seen that.
Gemma Arterton, I think is her name. She's from the new Clash of the Titans movie, the first one, and then she was also in Prince of Persia movie. Girl is fucking so fine. So fine. That would be my celebrity one freebie.
Thanks, Joy. You got Dizzy excited. Alright, next question comes in from Cell212. And Dizzy, in case you don't know who Cell212 is, this is Chris English.
Oh, okay.
He says, I came here to ask a rapper a question. I don't see any rappers, but I will ask anyways. What was the best time you ever had at a party and or get together at a friend's house? To K Dizzy, have you ever drank Everclear before?
Fuck you, Chris English. Fuck you for that. You know damn well I'm drinking some fucking Everclear. When I was under the impression that it was fucking vodka and took half a coffee mug to the dome. Cause vodka you can do that with. Everclear, fucking larynx goes like this. If you'll remember, I'm pretty sure, and I quote, I said, I'll kill you! That was pretty funny though. That was fucking hilarious. 20 years later, it's fucking hilarious, but back then I was like, I'll fucking kill you, dude.
Cell212 also writes, are you mad?
Well played, sir. Well played.
The next question comes in from Ryan Cockrell. He says, I met a kid I think you might know. I've got 3 clues. He raps, he's hyperactive, and a ghetto chef. If that doesn't work, a bonus clue, he's in South Carolina. Do you know who? Jackie Jackson?
He's the only motherfucker I know in South Carolina.
He is the only motherfucker I know in South Carolina. And he is a ghetto chef. In fact, let me tell a quick story. He was cooking breakfast for, who is now my wife, was my girlfriend at the time. He was cooking breakfast for us because he was living with me. We had an electric stove, and he was cooking eggs on the stove, and he almost died because what had happened was the burner on the stove had actually exploded. Bolt lightning shot through the Teflon pan and put a hole about the size of a Bic pen right through the Teflon pan, and had he been bent over that, that would have went right through his dome. That's, you know, cooking in the ghetto, you get stoves that blow up.
That shit happens. When it happens, it's scary as fuck, too.
Ryan Cockrell also writes, do chickens have sex?
Yes.
Of course they have sex. That's how they breed more chickens. I mean, if you get an egg with no chicken in it, then they didn't have sex, and that's the eggs you eat. You eat the eggs from the chickens that don't have sex. And then, you know, the chickens that do have sex, you don't eat those eggs, otherwise you're just eating baby chicken.
Some motherfuckers love that shit.
That's disgusting.
I think it's called Pooh or some shit.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Oh, Bloot?
It's all in the name, man.
Yeah, Bloot sounds nasty too.
All in the name. Tater Tot writes, he says, when you hit it big and sell out, what is the first thing you're gonna do?
Big and sell out?
When I hit it big and sell out, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy up Seaside and shut it down.
Just put like tape, caution tape everywhere.
Out of order.
Bio symbols and shit.
Zombie outbreak, do not enter. Yes, that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Don't people usually like sell out and then make it big? I mean, like that's how Moby came up.
Yeah, I think you make it big, and when you start to lose your fame, you sell out or buy in. I don't really know the difference. They're both kind of the same.
I think when they buy in, it's a product that you would endorse. Like if Monster came to me and like, hey, we want to sponsor your music and give you free Monster, I'd be like,
well, this is where it gets confusing and tricky for me because I like to use Snoop as an example on this because a lot of people want to say Snoop's a sellout, but I've always said he bought in because he's still relevant today and all the stuff he's done. It does look like he sold out though and not bought in because have you ever seen, you know he was on a soap opera, right?
No.
Yeah.
He was on a soap opera?
He was on a soap opera and he even did the theme song. I want to say it was like One Life to Live.
Days of Our Lives.
It was probably Days of Our Lives. It was one of those. It was either One Life to Live or Days of Our Lives. He did the intro or outro theme song, and he even co-starred on the show. So when I talk about Snoop Dogg, it's hard to say if he sold out or bought in.
I think in his case it would be both. Because I know he has his own blunts that he endorses or whatever. I think they're Royal Blunts or something like that. I know he endorses one of those. Motherfucker smokes blunts, you know what I'm saying? He's got products that he has created. So like in that case he's like bought in. But at the same time, motherfucker did a soap opera. I mean a soap opera?
A soap opera. I'll show you the shit on YouTube. Yeah,
I just think right at this point he's just like,
I think I'm gonna find out what I can get away with all these white people and shit. I'm gonna change my name to Snoop now and get regular.
No, he's just trying to see if he can phase us now.
Tater Tot also writes, what was it like the first time someone was starstruck by being in the presence of E-Tab the rapper? At first I was slightly flattered. After a couple hours I started to get slightly annoyed, and after a few hours I started to get a little paranoid. So that's what it was like.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
When people, they just like all of a sudden they're just all up on you. Like I was at this dude's house one time. A mutual friend introduced me to the guy. The guy had been listening to my music but didn't know who the fuck I was. So we came over there, I'm just smoking some weed and shit. And the guy was just sitting there mean mugging me the entire time until my homie is all like, hey, this is K Dizzy from the Dirty G's, that, you know, that rapper you like. Mood changed instantly. 300 fucking million degrees around and shit. Just flips around and he's like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you. And then all of a sudden this motherfucker's all on my nuts. All of a sudden like, here, get up here. Hey, you want some more weed? You need a place to stay tonight? That was the first time I ever got offered coke. This motherfucker's like, hey, you want a bump? I was thinking about it too. I was like, oh shit, man, some fucking cocaine might be great, dude. I'm already a little drunk. I'm already a little high. All of a sudden, fucking, you know how in the cartoons, the angel and the fucking devil pop up? Well, fucking Tony Montana was my fucking devil. He pops up and like, yo do the cocaine, man. Yo do the cocaine, man. Tony Montana tell you do the cocaine. Cocaine is gangster. And I'm like, shit, Tony Montana do the cocaine. Cocaine is gangster. I should do the cocaine. And then, motherfucker, it wasn't even the angel. It was just Rick James. He just pops up and he's just like, cocaine's a cocaine. I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. No cocaine for me.
Oh man. Tater Tot also writes, E-Tab, love the show. I have a couple questions for you. I'm answering your question in the wrong order. I apologize. If you were to open a rapper amusement park, what would it be called? What would your main attraction ride be named? Would all the concession stands only offer 40 ounces in Hennessy? Would the signs at the beginning of the rides have a minimum sag height requirement? Would all the shooting galleries make you hold the gun at an angle like this?
Yeah, I think so. You'd have to do that. I think one of the rides would definitely have to be Coolio's Fantastic Voyage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That would have to be
I'd have like there'd be like one ride where you just go down like a grass hill on an ice cube, and I'd call it Ice Cube.
You could serve vanilla ice and also iced tea with
Together?
ice cubes.
Oh, dude. That'd be dope.
You need to have like the Wu-Tang carousel or some shit like that.
Definitely let my kids ride that. That'd be fucking awesome.
You just riding up and down. Cash rules everything around me. Queen, get the money.
And yes to the 40 ounces in Hennessy. I'd like to take a small intermission just real quick just for a moment of Nick Cage. Okay, moving on. Jack Sutton says, Vanilla Ice, Snow, or Eminem? I have a feeling that those are all supposed to be white rappers, but I don't think Snow is the white rapper, is she? Isn't she Latino?
Are we talking about Snow the product? Because
I think
are we
so.
talking, or are we talking about Snow the group back from the 90s? Like,
Informer?
yeah, that one, the Informer song. That Snow? Are we talking about them?
If we're talking about that Snow that did Informer, I'm gonna go with that Snow. If we're talking about Snow the product, I'm not sure she fits in that category, but
I'm pretty sure there's several artists named Snow. I have no idea.
Okay.
Snow Patrol.
Let's assume that Jack Sutton is talking about Snow the product, Vanilla Ice, and Eminem.
Okay.
Which one?
I gotta wonder, is this all because is this who's the best? Or is this like which one is not like the other? Because then I'm having to go with Eminem because that doesn't have like an ice or a snow element to it.
Listen.
What the fuck you asking us, man?
You fucking with my head, man. And you might think I'm just saying this to say it, but I'm actually not. I think I have to go with Vanilla Ice on this. And I'm only going to say Vanilla Ice because Vanilla Ice got a terrible rap, man. Eminem is a shock rapper. Snow the product, I haven't really heard anything that appeals to me that I like. But when you talk about Vanilla Ice, he's actually very, very lyrical and was way ahead of his time. And it's unfortunate he caught a bad rap. So I gotta say Vanilla Ice.
If we're going out of like best lyrical lyricists, in my opinion, I'm gonna go with Eminem just because like some of his albums just blow my fucking mind.
Lyricist, yes, but let me ask you this. As a kid, when you never heard of Eminem, you wanted to be Vanilla Ice.
I didn't ever want to be Vanilla Ice.
I used to do a little dance across the floor.
Motherfucker, I wanted to be Super Mario. I don't know who the fuck you wanted to be.
Okay, next question. Jason Phillips writes, if I ask a rapper, will I get laid? That is a good question, Jason Phillips, and no, you will not. You can ask a rapper, but that won't determine your closing abilities. You'll have to be able to close to get laid. You talk to bitches all day long, but if you ain't closing, you ain't going home with no bitches, so.
Results may vary.
It's all dudes in this room asking me about it, ain't gonna do no good.
The other night this girl was trying to get me to hook her up with a girl, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, I was there. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it might be the thing.
We were talking about that.
Man, I'm like, how are you gonna ask me to help you get some pussy when you got a pussy? Like, women just gyrate together. They stay the fuck away from dude. I go up to a girl and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She can be like, no. You don't even know what the hell I want. No. But no. Well, alright, that bitch over there is gonna be real disappointed then. Walk the fuck away.
I didn't even think about that shit. You could have hooked her up with herself.
Pretty sure she wanted a threesome with her boyfriend. And again, I was like, why should I help you again? Let me get you and your boyfriend laid.
Word.
Like I'm the fucking sex messiah.
Okay, we're getting into the last two questions of the show here. And I saved them for last because I really like these ones. Cassie Berg 84 writes, what grammatical or punctuation error gets under a rapper's skin the most? That went way over my head, Cassie Berg. I'm a rapper. I dropped out of high school. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sorry.
I think she means like when you're on Facebook and a motherfucker types "you're so dumb" and they spell "your" Y-O-U-R as in like your dog.
Oh, and not like
your house.
Y-O-U apostrophe.
Yeah, like
I still
your.
didn't spell it right, did I?
Anyways, but as far as being a rapper goes, that shit don't bother us because we misspell shit all the time. Take a look at the backside of any rap CD. Shit is misspelled. I mean, in real life, I like to look intelligent while I'm typing shit out to people. So if I'm all like, you're dumb, and I spell your in the possessive and dumb D-U-M, I fucking look like an idiot now, don't I?
Yeah,
I know people who do that.
Like if I do a song and it's called like In the House, it's gonna be spelled with the letter N and then D-A and then H-O-W-S. House. In the house.
I would have gone with the Z personally, but that's just, I love the Z, pussy and everything. For that ass.
Dizzy would have talked me into the Z for sure. Last but not least, Cassie Berg also writes, is having writer's block similar to being cock blocked? I think it's very similar. It's almost like blue balls, because like when you get blue balls, you like almost bust a nut, and when you're like starting to write a rhyme and you're like really feeling it and you really get into it, and all of a sudden you just can't come up with anything to finish that rhyme, it's like I beat myself up for the rest of the fucking day over it and I didn't get to bust my lyrical nut. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say yes in the way that it's frustrating. Like if you can't put something down and you really need to, it can be really frustrating, just like if some motherfucker is in the club keeping you from the pussy, like doing the karate chops and shit. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating, but at the same time, I can cure writer's block by going and playing some video games for a couple hours and coming back, maybe smoking some weed and shit. I am not getting over the fact that some motherfucker cock blocked me. I will fucking kill you. I ain't over it, dog.
Alright folks, that's all for today. This has been my show, Ask a Rapper. I've been your host, E-Tap, my co-host again, K Dizzy. Until next time on Ask a Rapper. Oh, stay tuned next week for Mikey B. Give it up for DJ Mikey B. Mikey B. Peace.
Until next time on Ask a Rapper.